Yo, welcome back to another quick update regarding the $100 resale challenge. And so I didn't make an update video last week. So today, this week, you will be getting basically 2 weeks worth of updates. And boy, howdy, are we doing pretty well, guys. So let me go ahead and flip over to the other screen real quick. Hopefully it's there. Yep, beautiful. So we started off, and this is week 9, and this is week 10. So purple is week 9, pink is week 10. So we left off on week 8 with $1,141.29. We then managed to sell quite a bit of stuff from our previous bundles that we purchased up here. And I mean, we have been finding some pretty good deals on Marketplace. I mean, that's really the only place, excuse me, where I've been consistently just purchasing stuff. I don't really, I think I've purchased one or two things off of like Mercari or like OfferUp, but that's been like earlier in the challenge. For the most part, everything is off of Facebook Marketplace, and there's always some really, really good deals there. And so we started off with 1141. We ended up week 9 with $1,822.32. We basically made $700, about $700 that week. Now, keep in mind, that includes some stuff that we purchased throughout the week or whatever. So essentially, let me kind of go down here, but essentially, like, same thing I've been saying for like this whole challenge. Nintendo items in general are just straight up liquid. The moment I receive an item from a Wii bundle or from a Switch bundle, I put the games up on eBay. They sell right away. I put them up on Marketplace, such as like the console bundles themselves. They typically sell within a week, and I mean, all I have to do is take pictures, upload it, and then just kind of leave it there. I will say, lesson learned on the PlayStation 4 that I purchased. I'm definitely having a difficult time even just trying to get somebody to purchase that PS4 Pro. Now, I have gotten some good offers. The problem is that, they'll offer me, I say yes, then they say we'll meet up, and then they never show up or even contact me afterwards. And that just goes to show myself that, hey, really, I just need to continue to focus on Nintendo products, because those just sell, dude. Like, I buy them one day, they sell the next. I'm constantly, when I buy, I've noticed that when I start going low on inventory, I end up just kind of purchasing a bunch of stuff, and then I start posting it, and every day I'm getting anywhere from like 5 to 10 sales a day, or not really, like, not 5, I mean, like anywhere between 3 to 6 a day, depending on what it is. So I think my best day ever was like 15 sales in one day in one of the other weeks. But Nintendo stuff constantly sells. Keep your eyes out for it. Even simple, small stuff like Game Boys, Nintendo DS's, everything sells. Everything that's Nintendo just sells really, really well. But let's go ahead and come back down here. But essentially, we bought some more Wii bundles the previous week. We ended up finally posting a lot of this stuff up for sale. As I've been mentioning over the last few weeks, I'm currently in my busy season at work. So a lot of the stuff that I buy and pick up, sometimes I'll go days without actually putting it up on eBay or Facebook Marketplace. For example, you'll see right now later on in like week 10, I'll show off something that, like, wow, it just surprised me, that I had never even went into my garage to actually sort through stuff. And some of the stuff I found, it's worth quite a bit of money. So we sold a bunch of Wii games. We sold a Super Mario 3D All-Stars from one of our previous bundles that we purchased. Basically, Switch and Wii stuff right now and 3DS stuff, that's my meat. So that is where I am making the most money off of everything. Specifically, I feel like Wii games tend to sell quicker for me. Switch games do too. But when it comes to like people dropping $30 right away for a game, I put up a Wii Sports game, within an hour it sells for $30, 25, $30, whatever, whether it's sports or resort. Now, we ended week 9 pretty high, man. $1,822.32. Now, I will say a caveat to that is some of these games near the end actually came from a bundle down here, which I'm at the point now with this challenge where we have enough money in the bank, in the account, to cover, 3, 4, 5 purchases of $200 or $300 a pop. And so I'm not worried about, keeping track of, how much money I have left to use in the challenge, because now I'm pretty, it's coming in so fast, so fluid at this point, that I don't worry about money being in the account. And so what you'll notice is I actually got technically five Nintendo Switch bundles last week for a phenomenal price from different people. But five Nintendo Switches. Some of those games were up here in week 9, like I mentioned. But week 9, we ended with $1,822.32, profit in the account. Like, that's what we have in the account to use. We then started off the week and immediately sold Super Smash Bros. Last week on Monday. And we sold a couple of Vita games. Here's the other thing, Nintendo Switch Pro controllers. I didn't realize that the OEM Switch Pro controllers, yes, knew they cost like $50-$60, but used, they have a really good used market on eBay. I'm talking about, I put up a Switch Pro controller for like $35. It sells that same day for the $35. Now, if you know what we've been doing here, right? That's essentially one video game. There is a little bit more shipping costs associated with it, because I'm not just going to pop that into a bubble mailer. I'm not that type of shipper. I actually put it in a box. So it does cost us about, I would say, $1 more, give or take, to ship a Switch Pro controller out versus a video game like a Switch game or a 3DS game, Wii game, whatever. But still, some of these Nintendo Switch bundles, they come with 2 or 3 Nintendo Pro controllers, Switch Pro controllers. So that itself, plus a few games, I mean, I'll tell you what, guys, there's a lot of money to be made with those bundles that include a bunch of controllers. For another little thing that I found out, which you guys are about to find out here in a second, but let's go down the list here, and I'll kind of end, the video how, with like what I found out during the last 2 weeks, and something crazy that just I didn't realize, And so, anyways, we sold some more Switch games. We sold some Wii remotes for $25. Guys, I have a whole bucket. That's some of the items, right? Now, and I guess this is where we can start. So the other items, right down here, you'll see we bought an OLED Switch bundle with a bunch of games. We bought a Nintendo Switch Sonic bundle, which had a bunch of Sonic games, about 10 of them, and a couple of like 7 or 8 Sonic games, plus Pikachu, Super Smash, like Let's Go Pikachu, Super Smash Bros, Mario Kart. We then got another Switch with Mario Kart and Super Smash Bros. For $160 for that one, $200 for the Sonic bundle, and then $280 for the OLED bundle. And then we ended, our last purchase of the week was, we bought 2 Nintendo Switch with 10 games, or what is that, 9 games. We bought 2 Nintendo Switches with 9 games, a Pro controller, for $220. I bought it off of somebody that I've been messaging back, and I'm not even playing when I say this. I've been messaging this dude for like 2 months, and I guess he works out in some oil fields, or he works just out of town, and so he's only in town every so often. And he finally hit me up over the weekend, and he's like, "Hey man, I'm in town. I'm only available today. Can you meet me?" And I said, "Absolutely." So I dropped whatever I was doing on Saturday, and I went to meet this guy near my house, and we made the deal. $220 for 2 Nintendo Switches, 9 games, 1 dock, 1 charger, and I think that's the Pro controller. So all in all, the only one of those Nintendo Switches was missing the dock and the charger, which was fine, because one of the Sonic bundle turned out that it had some problems. Sorry for my phone there, guys. The Sonic bundle Switch actually did have some problems, like the SD card reader wasn't properly working. I tried replacing the screen cover. I did replace the screen cover, but I didn't realize, that the SD card wasn't working. So, and it didn't come with original Joy-Cons. It had like the Sonic Joy-Cons, which I'm selling separately because it comes with a box. So essentially, I just sold that tablet for $70. But I did keep the dock and the charger from that Switch, and I reused it for the Switch that was missing those items from this other bundle. So I guess my philosophy has always been throughout this challenge has been, even if you don't have a use for it yet, hold on to it. Don't try to get rid of it from the bundle, because it comes in handy so much. I mean, I have like 4 or 5 empty Nintendo Switch game cases, and that's just what I have left. I've already gone through a couple of those cases where people gave me, cartridges without the box, and I just happen to have that box, and that just adds like $3, $4, $5 worth of value. So don't diminish it. If you guys get a bunch of stuff with your bundles, it's worth it. It's nice to keep it, even if it can take a lot of space. It's nice to hold on to it because you can always use it for another Nintendo Switch bundle or 3DS bundle or Wii bundle, whatever it is you guys are purchasing. And so finally, let me get to kind of what I've learned throughout this. So the last thing we did was we sold Nintendo Wii accessories with a few Nintendo games. Sorry. Boop. For $282.86. Now, that wasn't cash. I took advantage of GameStop's trade-in values. Now, the reason I did that, so this is what I did. So, if you guys watched my last video a couple weeks ago, I was talking about how I haven't had time to actually organize my garage. I have so many Wii bundles that I hadn't even posted up for sale on Facebook Marketplace, because what I was doing was I would find these, Nintendo Switch deals, Nintendo Wii deals that, had a bunch of games and the console and everything, and I made my money back and then some just by selling the games. Like 3, 4, 5 games. So this whole time in my garage, I've had like 60 or whatever, 40, I think it was like 40 games. Excuse me. I've had like 40, 45 Nintendo Wii games just chilling. I've had 4 Nintendo Wii consoles just chilling. And I finally had time to actually post everything. And as I was organizing, I took, Saturday I was organizing stuff before I met that dude up for the Switch bundles. Saturday I was in my garage organizing everything. And I found out just how much people pay for Nintendo Wii remotes, right? So regular Wii remotes can sell from $20 to $25 for a pack of 2 on eBay, like used, right? If you get the Wii Motion Plus, those sell for $15 to $20 a pop. So you can get a bundle of 2 for $35 or $40 typically on eBay. And boy, howdy, did we have a lot. We had quite a bit of Wii Motion Plus. I think we had a total of like maybe 8 or 10 Wii Motion Plus controllers. And on top of that, we had a bunch of regular Wii controllers. Now, a lot of these bundles not only had those controllers, they also had third-party controllers, right? The non-Nintendo OEM controllers. What I found out is I keep all the Wii and the actual OEM controllers. You make a lot of money like just with those controllers on eBay versus the third parties. So I kept the third-party controllers as part of the Wii bundles that I'm selling locally. Now, I haven't sold any of those bundles just yet. I'm hoping to get about $100 per bundle. I have them up for like 140, 120. It comes with like 11 games or 12 games each, and then like some other little accessories. But while I was doing this, and I found that out about the Wiimotes, right? I found out the Wii adapters, like the Motion Plus adapters, also sell for money. And the nunchucks for the controllers do too. Now, what I did was I went on eBay and I found that the nunchuck controllers are selling for an average of $5 each. You can sell a 2 for $10 shipped. And that seems to be, the going rate. What I didn't know was that GameStop actually offers trade-in credit for Wii nunchucks, Wii remotes with Motion Plus, which I didn't take them up on that deal because I feel like you can get more money the way that I'm doing it, like double the money. But you get $3.30 per Wii nunchuck and $3.30 per Wii Motion Plus adapter, the little brick. So I took just what I needed for my bundles. So like 1 controller, 1 nunchuck, 1 controller, 1 nunchuck. And then whatever was left, I put in a giant trade-in bag. Now, part of that trade-in bag, I had, I think, 1 Pokemon game. It was like Pokemon Moon. I had two other 3DS games, like I think it was Zelda, Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask 3D. Reason being, I haven't been able to sell those for a minute. They've been sitting on my eBay for about a month. They haven't sold. And believe it or not, GameStop was offering like $15 per game, which was roughly what I would get after fees and shipping on those other 2 items, on those 2 other games. So I got those 3 games. I got a couple of Wii games that, were like $6 and like $3 here, which again, some of these Wii games online don't sell for much. You sell them for $10. You're going to ship it for $5, and then you still got fees. You're going to get maybe $3 or $4. So rather than having to go through all that and waiting for it to sell and having to package it up, I just said, screw it. Let's see how much GameStop gives me. And so I traded in like maybe 6 or 7 Wii games, a bunch of nunchucks. I think it was like 15 nunchucks, about maybe 6 adapters. I had a couple of, I had Sonic and Mario Winter Olympic Games for the Switch. I had two of those. I had two Mortal Kombat 11s. Yes. Two Mortal Kombat 11s, two Sonic 2020, whatever. Yeah, 2020 Olympic Games or whatever. And those they give you, so Sonic and Mario, they give you $22 at GameStop per game. They sell on eBay for $20. Subtract fees, you're left with like maybe 12 after shipping and fees, roughly $11.60 to $12. So right off the bat, I was like, well, that makes no sense. I might as well just trade them into GameStop and get double what I'd get if I just kept them. Same thing with Mortal Kombat 11. Mortal Kombat 11 at GameStop, they were giving me like $13, $14. But online, you can barely get 15 or 20. And then after shipping and fees, you're getting less. Sorry if I just smacked my mic. So anyways, I traded in like 4 Switch games, like 6 or so Nintendo Wii games that are like $3 here or $6 there. All the Wii nunchucks, all the Wii adapters. We received $282.86 for all of that stuff. Like, even the GameStop guys that were doing the trade-in, like, they don't really get too much Wii stuff, and they didn't even know that we traded in Wii stuff. And so, like, and besides that, third-party wireless Switch controllers, you can trade them in to GameStop for $4.40 if you're a Pro member. So I am a Pro member, so I got immediately 10% above or more on my store credit. And so it ended up being $286. I traded in some third-party Switch controllers, some third-party Wii nunchucks that were also part of that deal. Dude, it added up so quickly, and I was kind of shocked, not gonna lie, the fact that I managed to get that for what I deem to be, cheap games that I can barely sell on eBay. And we got that much in store credit, and then like all those adapters were beat up, the nunchucks were beat up. They still looked fine, but you can they're just old, they're fading. And we managed to get $286 or $282.86 for all of that. I should have taken a video of the freaking bag, and I think I have the receipt in my truck somewhere of like the actual credit. But that was how we ended the week. It was such a huge week in my opinion. I mean, we're back up. Even after all is said and done, we took the Switch bundles out there, or out from our money. I did sell yesterday. I sold a Nintendo Switch OLED bundle with some of the other cheaper games that I picked up in the other bundles for $300. Okay, and then I sold the Switch tablet that was having like the SD card issues, the screen issues. It's just beat up, dude. It doesn't work properly. It didn't have any. I took out the nunchucks, the Joy-Cons. So I sold just the tablet for $70. So we basically recouped $370 today, and yesterday, and we ended the week with the store credit. If you take the store credit into account, $2,045.49. So 1 week we're at 1,000, the next we're like 2 weeks later we're at 2,000, mainly because we had so much stuff just kind of laying around that I hadn't had the time to post and to organize. And so I just wanted to, come out here and say thank you guys for those that are watching this far. And, take advantage of, what's it called? Price arbitrage, because I didn't realize that GameStop sometimes gives you even more in credit than what you receive if you were to sell it on eBay. Especially for those older nunchucks and like Wii adapters and stuff like that. They'll trade them in for $3 each, and a lot of these bundles come with a ton of them. Like, had I known this from the very beginning that I've been buying this Wii bundles, because basically what I did up until like maybe a few weeks ago was, rather than separate everything, is if I bought a Wii bundle, I would keep everything in that Wii bundle together, besides like the really high value games. And I would sell it all together as a bundle to somebody else, make money off the games, and then make even more profit off of selling the console with the bundle to somebody else. Had I known that I could do this, I would have done it sooner. I would have taken the adapters, I would have taken the nunchucks, I would have kept it simple, clean, one controller per bundle, and keep stacking it, dude, because like, I don't know about you, but almost $300 in store credit for, again, stuff that I consider to be just storage items in my garage because they're older. And yeah, you had a couple of Switch games on there and a couple of Nintendo games on there, but I mean, those were stuff that just weren't selling in my eBay store. And so like it was just accumulating. Like it was just staying there. It was in my inventory, just staying, not moving. And for me to turn that into $286 just kind of, or $282 just kind of blew my mind. And so now I don't know what to do with it. You know, I was thinking maybe I should, you know, buy a bunch of Switch games and resell them to get the money back into the challenge. But then I realized that I would still take like a 30% loss if I do it that way. So now I'm kind of playing the wait and see game because I keep hearing rumors that there's a Switch 2 coming, and I may just purchase a Switch 2 with that store credit, and then I'll just pay the store credit back into the account, because why not? I mean, it's kind of crazy how, like to me, how much we ended up getting for just literally, guys. It was just like a bag. It wasn't like a boatload of items. It was just a regular HEB bag with adapters and you know, nunchucks and like a few games in there. We got $282. So I'll end it there. Thank you guys for the support. We ended the week, week 10, $2,045.49 if you include the store credit. If you don't include the store credit, we have $1,762.63 in cash. So pretty good. Let's see how far we can get. And now that I know that little trick with, you know, checking GameStop, you know, going forward, I'm going to have to incorporate that a lot more. And, you know, if I can get, hey, dude, if I can just save up a bunch of that store credit and use it towards, you know, newer Switch games or the new Nintendo Switch 2 that's coming out that you already know people are going to go crazy about, I can just use that store credit to purchase it, resell it, make the money back cash. And I feel like that has the lowest risk of losing money. But at the same time, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But thank you guys for watching, and hopefully you guys will keep watching. I will probably not have an update video for you guys until late next week. I will be leaving later this week to go to a wedding, so I won't be making videos Thursday through Sunday. So I also won't be shipping or selling stuff during that time. So we'll see when I make another video update. But that's what I got so far. Hopefully you guys thought this was interesting, because I sure as heck thought it was really freaking cool that, you know, GameStop does that. For all the crap it gets about trade-ins, I was pleasantly surprised. So see y'all later.